Hey guys, I have some very disturbing news to actually go along with some positive news. If you notice that you don't see all the graphics and things, trailer editor POV, and all the flourishes that I normally do, and there's no movie theater background on that set that I'm usually in front of, it's because my power is off, and it's because my landlord has turned off my power. And the reason being that I'm ready to go over now to get my mom's ashes. And I plan to do that today. And I now have the money that I can put with all the donations that people have been sending on here. If you've been one of those people who has either donated or has followed that I'm trying to raise donations to pay the remainder of the bill to regain my mother's ashes after she passed away some time ago, now I have the remainder of the money. I'm putting my money with those donations that I've been giving them a little bit of time to go and get my mother's ashes, and then it'll be all finished. And the funeral home basically said that, we're kind of out of time with being able to hold mom's ashes. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to go over and do it, but it's time I want to do it. So I told this to my landlord, who's actually also a friend of mine, going back to 2010. And I said, look, I need to take the rent money that I was going to give you this weekend. I need to give it to the funeral home, and here's the situation. He did not understand that at all, and he kind of threatened me. He said, well, it's illegal, whatever they're doing, and you just need to give me the rent money. And I said, well, I need to go over and talk to them first because this is my mother's ashes. So he replied by saying, no, in all caps. I've just told you that anything that they're doing is illegal to not give you your mother's ashes, and you need to give me all of that money now. So I said, I'm going to go to the funeral home tomorrow, which is today, and talk to them, and I'll let you know. And then he said some more threatening things, and I just ignored them. So here we are today. I'm on my way to get my mother's ashes. However, last night after the texting finished, I noticed suddenly my power was off, and it remained off overnight. And the reason being is that my landlord shut off my power to force me to give him the rent money that I explained quite plainly I need to give to the funeral home to get my mother's ashes back. And another thing that happened last night is and I'll talk about this later, there's a video that I also posted on Instagram that I posted here that has gone insanely viral. It's got 1.2 million views right now, and that attracted a lot of attention, which I really appreciated, including a couple of guys, two different sets of people who said, hey, we have an independent movie, would you be interested in cutting a trailer? I spoke to one of them on the phone last night, and they said, we'd like you to start on this tomorrow, which is today. So I said, awesome, great. It's a 1 week, possibly 2 week gig, my full rate and everything like that. So I texted my landlord today saying, I talked on the phone, I have a gig starting today, but I need the power in order to turn on my computer to work on this. So could you please turn on the power? And I'll tell you, give you an update after I go to the funeral home. Well, I haven't heard anything back from him. And that was this morning. And oh, by the way, I had a refrigerator full of food that I just went out and bought, including gallon milk and pork chops and other perishable items that I had in the refrigerator. Well, all of that went bad because he shut the power off last night and never turned it back on. I don't know what's going to happen next with that, but I realized, no, the most important thing right now is my mother. So I'm on the way now, as I keep saying, to go and get her ashes. I think that covers everything. This is like take 5 because I'm trying to compress it. It was like getting too long in what I wanted to say. So I'm going to go now. When I get there, I'm going to shoot and post another video about me actually picking up mom's ashes. This is a very emotional day, to be sure, and I'm not going to let what happened with my landlord to alter that, because this is the right thing to do. So stay tuned. More coming shortly.